It is a class issue. It's a class issue in terms of resources. It's a class issue in terms of what is available if you're in a lower socioeconomic class and what is available if you're in a higher socioeconomic class. And it really is resources. Class is about resources. Class is about who has and who doesn't. And because when you don't have, you engage in certain kinds of behavior. And when you do have, you engage in other kinds of behavior. We say that it's addiction to alcohol it does not discriminate, and it simply doesn't. It can happen to someone who is a millionaire or multimillionaire, or even a billionaire, and it happens to someone who's on public assistance or who's homeless. It really is about resources, and it's about then what is available and how communities then look at that, because stigma and social stigma is very much tied up in the class. And when we don't look at class in that context, we delude ourselves in terms of what the solutions are, or how we move toward finding solutions. I think every human being strives for a good quality of life, whatever that is in the context of who they are and their ability to function in a society. I think that the fact that certain classes of people don't have those options is what then creates the divide. And so you are an alkie, you are a drunkard, you are, I mean, there are a lot of words. It's changed a lot, but it's still in poor communities, or communities of lower socioeconomic class, you can't hold your liquor. It's another shame. And people who already feel shame don't need more shame. And it's interesting because it then strikes an interesting kind of parallel, because on the one hand you know that there's a problem here, but you don't want to name it because then it brings on shame onto the person. And then the resources aren't available, which then exacerbates the shame. You go sit in any medical room in a poor neighborhood, the medical room, an emergency medical room on a weekend in a poor neighborhood, and the way poor people are treated, particularly if they come in having had a lot to drink, is very different than you sit in an upper class, in an upper class neighborhood, and I've done both. So it's striking in how you regard it, and then what that does to continue to force people to retreat.